Hello, happy Monday, happy full moon. What a full moon that was / is. It was spicy, muy caliente, as we would say here in Miami. Opposing Uranus in a yod with Jupiter and Chiron, trine Saturn, lots going on. One of the things I think that is interesting in this trine with Saturn is nearing its exit of Pisces. And we have been moving through Saturn and Pisces themes since March 2023. And so, we're in, Saturn can be really testing and really rewarding at the last degrees of a sign, but it's actually at the last degrees of the zodiac. It will cross over the end of the zodiac to be reborn in Aries. So it's going to be a whole new world, a brand new world. When Saturn enters Aries, it will link with Neptune, in Aries. And it's really just interesting because they will also sextile Pluto and Aquarius. So it's really interesting energy. We of course have all these outer planet shifts happening in the next 2 months. It's really kind of crazy energy. Like all of the outer planets are moving within the same 6 months. So we have all of these outer planets moving from, I'm like chills and goosebumps. It's crazy. We have all of these outer planets moving from essentially Earth and water into fire and air, except for Jupiter. Jupiter will be exiting Gemini and moving into Cancer. And so everything is going to feel different in the coming months. And a lot of energy is picking up speed, picking up momentum. Things are going to start to quicken and fasten your seatbelts because the energy is just going to be so different. Second half of the year, really, than the coming months, because Earth and water is it's slower. It's softer, right? It's more intuitive, more in tune, more inward. Excuse me. Whereas in air and fire, it's all external projection. It's it's fast, it's quick, it's snappy, it's happening. It's fast decisions, fast energy. The energy is going to be moving. And what is also interesting is we are coming into this Sun-Uranus conjunction with this full moon as well. So we have been moving through Sun-Uranus conjunctions in Taurus for the last 7 years. And think about Taurus. Taurus is Mother Earth energy. She is somatic. She is sacred. She is supported. She is secure. She is abundant. She is overflowing in resources and wealth and riches. And she is the divine feminine, right? She is grounded and secure and safe in who she is. And I'm speaking of Taurus, my throat, Taurus is your throat, right? It also represents the neck of the bull. And that's why Tauruses can be stubborn, because if you think about a bull is just grazing in the fields all day long. It has a really thick neck. It's really hard to pick its head up and look around and move. And so that's why Taurus can get really stuck in its ways, because it doesn't necessarily always pause to lift its head and be is this the best place to be growing or replenishing, or is this the right field for me to be in, that sort of energy. And so Uranus has come to awaken and move Taurus, basically. And so anywhere where you're not abundant, sacred, somatic, secure, supported in your physical body, in your nervous system, Uranus rules the nervous system, that's what's being shaken out. And so a lot of that has probably come up with this full moon, a lot of past fears, a lot of doubts, a lot of anxiety, a lot of past memories, a lot of it's just the deep subconscious upheaval and revelations, trine Saturn and Pisces, around where you're not fully trusting and safe and supported and secure within yourself, within your body. And that is going to be a big theme coming into this weekend as well, because that is when the sun will conjunct Uranus. Uranus will go into Gemini in July, and that's when time is going to really speed up, because Uranus doesn't like being in Taurus. But Uranus is quick and Gemini is quick. So things are going to go so fast once Uranus moves into Gemini. This is like a time like of inventions, of newness, of new ways of doing things, new thoughts, new beliefs, new technology, like all sorts of crazy stuff is going to be happening with Uranus and Gemini. And so, we're really kind of clearing out all of these somatic energies where we hold fear, where we hold lack, where we hold scarcity, where we have fears around where we're not supportive, fears around where we're not safe, fears around, scarcity, around lack, around resources, like recession, like clinging, holding kind of energies. Like there's so many sneaky ways that lack can show up. It can look like jealousy, like things like that. That's more like Scorpio energy, but it's like wherever you're withholding and wherever you're not trusting and wherever you're not fully like grounded in yourself is like what actually has to be removed now. And that can look like external events. That can look like, I call them like root chakra attacks, where it's like you're actually needing to form these new internal foundations within yourself to build from. And when you can build from a solid, safe, secure, supported place within yourself, like that is when you can be unstoppable, because you're trusting, you have high self-worth, high self-value, which Taurus also rules, high self-value, high self-love. That is the perfect foundation for you to grow and build your little empire on, or whatever you want to create within your life and within your world. And Taurus really represents physical manifestation. Scorpio represents co-creation with spirit. I always just use the example of the womb, right? Like Scorpio is the sacrum. It is the sacral chakra. It is the womb space. It is like how you turn the metaphysical and turn it into the physical. And so with everything that's coming up with this full moon, it's like Scorpio knows how to turn pain, negativity, fear, and emotion into power, and how to create and bring things into flow and manifestation and make it into art, right? It really knows how to transcend and transform and transfigure. And that's really the energies that we're being asked. Like whatever deep-seated fear, whatever deep-seated emotion, whatever sacred rage, whatever trauma, whatever wounding that you're holding somatically within your body has got to be like excavated now. And your emotions really are your power. Like when that is where Scorpio is really powerful, when it learns how to use its emotions and turn it into power and turn it into fuel to really allow it to rise above and transcend itself. My throat is doing things today, guys. And so we're in this like alchemical process of really like rearranging and reconfiguring our energetic like frequency and our energetic neutral, like our own foundational frequency is like how I would say it. Like what is your neutral net zero, right? Is it of abundance? Is it of love? Is it of support? Is it of groundedness? Or is it of fear, lack, anxiety, doubts, disempowerment? Like what is your energetic neutral? What is your foundational frequency? And that's what's needing. It's like your hardware is needing to get upgraded right now. And so Uranus opposing this full moon is like shaking out all of those emotions and where you hold intensity and where you hold, like where you're resistant to change, where you have that clinging energy, where you're rooted in lack and fear and scarcity, and really where you're not trusting the full flow of creation, where you feel like you aren't supported, where you feel like you aren't worthy, where you feel like, not enoughness. Any of those sort of like lower octave energies of Taurus have to go. And really like lean in and trust like the resurrection that's happening. And this is really about working on the root chakra and the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra, because these are the 3 centers that can get blocked. And when you can come back into your body, you can clear the distortions within your chakras, within your energy fields. You can naturally just be more intuitive and more aligned and more connected to your heart. I feel like I've spent like the last week in like these lower 3 chakras just like churning over the energy and the emotions, so that so much energy can come in. Because stuck energy, wherever you're stuck, wherever you're stagnant, wherever you're sludgy in your energy field, it's like the light can't enter there. And so we have these like physical things that manifest, or emotions that come up, or these things that surface, so that we can really remove these emotions, and where we hold the stuck energy. It's like where the energy gets kinked and we're not in full flow. And so like that energy field has just got to be cleared out, so that your heart can open, your intuition can turn on, your divine feminine magic can happen. And you can really just be connected to your authenticity, because wherever you hold contrast, wherever you hold dark energy, wherever you hold intense emotion, right? Shame, guilt, grief, like all of these sort of like lower density charged emotions, fear. I mean, fear is a big one with Scorpio energy. This is where you don't hold a high vibration. And so, so much of like my work the last 7 years has really been clearing out some of these lower density energies and emotions from my body, from my energy field, and really like letting the crumbling be messy, so that like I can actually just be really empowered and centered in my divine feminine. The divine feminine is the shortcut. It is the life hack. It is so distorted, and it is so rare in this world right now, that a divine feminine sticks out like a sore freaking thumb. And but this is really like where you are in your light, right? And people will find the light in the dark, right? And so the light will always stand out in a crowd, even if people don't necessarily realize that. They're always just like looking at you, they're staring at you, they're like, what's different about this person? Because it's just your energy, right? And this is how you like life flows easier, a lot faster and a lot easier for you when you can just be aligned in your feminine frequency, because things just are attracted to you. You're connected to your intuition, so you're always guided. You always know what to do. You always know how to take action. You can surrender to softness, to play, to love, to gratitude, to really just like all of these, the joy, the happiness, the contentment, the fulfillment, the riches, like all of these divine feminine frequencies that are a natural part of you. They are just blocked from these lower 3 chakras where you're holding more charge. And so if you're not manifesting the thing that you want, it's because these lower density energies, your energy is like clogged, it's stuck. And so it's like you need an emotional enema, you need an energetic enema. And manifestation really is a physical process, and raising your vibration is the physical process. One of my first spiritual mentors told me that the body teaches you the most about the spiritual experience. And it is so freaking true, because your emotions are the gateway, but they're also the biggest way in which we self-sabotage when we don't know how to work with them and clear them from our energy field. And you have to have the courage and the bravery and the self-trust for you to be able to hold and handle and manage the emotions, and not let them deter your certainty, your conviction, and allow them to like wobble you from your center, your mission, your focus, your goals, right? It's like being able to stick to the plan and be empowered in where you're going, while also not being afraid to feel any of the emotions. That is like what a powerful divine feminine woman does. And it's learning how to create this safe space of support for yourself, because I mean, I just like see it. I could just like turn on the TV and see like a reality show or so, like whatever it is, And I'll be like, this person's operating from their wounds. This person's codependent. This person doesn't know how to emotionally manage themselves. I'm like, this person is a cerebral processor. That's how they process their emotions. It's just like, I can't even like enjoy TV anymore because I'm just like, they're like, people's emotions are like literally like controlling their life, and they don't necessarily understand how to be grounded and regulated within themselves. And that's what true empowerment means. It means you know how to create safety on your own. And that in order to be a fully self-sovereign human, you have to know how to come back to your center, be grounded, move through the emotion that presents, because that's the part of the human experience, but not allowing them to like negatively affect your patterns, your relationships, your behaviors, your decisions. Because that's really when people self-sabotage, is when they're weighed and they're swayed by their emotions. And it's learning how to not be so emotionally impulsive and reactive, which is the shadow side of Scorpio, and really hold that groundedness within yourself and be safe and secure and supported within yourself, so that you're no longer like just being reactive and being swayed by life, right? And so it's that new energetic foundational frequency that's going to allow you to be a very powerful creator and a very powerful manifester. And so that's really what's coming to a head and coming to a surface right now. But also this week with Sun conjunct Uranus, it's like we're awakening the divine feminine, and Uranus is edging out of Taurus. So we've been on this awakening of the divine feminine for the last 7 years, and it is going to be moving out. So Uranus wants you creating this change within yourself, within your body. And so in the month of June, we're going to be really moving through all of this, which is why it's so perfect that we're doing the foundation, the feminine frequency, which I almost said the foundational frequency, but that's really what it is. It's like your feminine frequency becomes your foundational frequency in the month of June. So it's going to really allow you to clear out these emotional and energetic blocks where you hold stuck, dense, deep emotions, where you still hold fear, anxiety, stress, and really where you're not grounded in your emotions and regulated in your center, because all of these emotions are not the truth of who you are. They are your superpower when you know how to work with them. But they are also the place where you're not fully in alignment. Your vibration isn't high, your frequency isn't high, and where you are not fully authentic, because these emotions are not the truth of who you are. Your authentic self isn't scared. Your authentic self isn't in fear. Your authentic self doesn't hold shame and blame and guilt. Your authentic self is expressed in their natural frequency, their innate being, their God-given talent, their God-given channel. So we're going to clear out all of these energy blocks, take a lot of action, do a lot of the shadow work, do a lot of the inner child healing. It's going to be an intense month, 6 weeks really. But it's going to be so worth it, because then you get to have this new foundational frequency on the other side. And so it's going to be really powerful. We are also going to be in this Jupiter-Saturn square and Jupiter square the nodes, starting now really. And so Jupiter in Gemini square the mutable nodes, square mutable Saturn. It's going to bring up a lot of these fears, a lot of these anxieties, a lot of these mental kind of chaos energies and patternings of overthought, overwhelm, fear, doubt, restriction, limitation. And the way out is actually really through Pisces, of anchoring in really surrender and faith and trust and acceptance and allowance. And Pisces is about quantum manifestation. And so when you can remove these stuck energies, right? Because I'm a firm believer that you don't actually need to have a stronger mental game. Like, yes, people, like, mental health is like a real thing, but when you address the body, you don't have to be so mentally strong, because the quality and the state of your body and of your nervous system affects and influences your mind. So when you can be grounded and regulated and know how to self-soothe and self-comfort and bring yourself back into a calm, relaxed place within yourself, within your body, you don't have to worry about your mindset. Because think about it, when everything is good and Gucci, your brain, your mindset is fine, right? It's when we get stuck in fear of the future or fear of the past and we're not fully present in our bodies, because when you're fully present in your body, your mind is calm. It's about having a calm, peace, relaxed body and mind. When your body is regulated, when your nervous system is regulated, your mindset is automatic. So it's really about doing the body work and doing the physical, somatic, energetic, emotional healing, where the trust, the surrender, the faith, the certainty, all of these like kind of Pisces quantum energies are a lot easier, because you're not letting your mind like wobble you and rock you from your certainty and from your center. And so we're really going to be working on the body inside of the feminine frequency. The timing is perfect. And, come June, it's going to be a whole new world, really. So I'm really excited. It really comes summer is going to be a totally different energy than the first half of this year. And so if you're wanting to just really turn any of your lack, your fear, your anxiety, your stress into abundance of all forms, if you're wanting to strengthen your relationship with yourself, to have a full head to toe glow up, like literally like your physical appearance, your body will shift as a result of doing this work. If you're wanting to manifest more money, more abundance, more love, like anything that is revolved around the feminine and the body, like just think about Earth, like Mother Earth. If you're wanting to just be more safe and secure and supported and grounded within yourself, if you're wanting to tap into abundance, if you're wanting to tap into overflow, if you're wanting to tap into your femininity, the gratitude, the sensuality, the appreciation, the creature comforts, like really having an awareness of your needs and really being grounded and safe and secure within yourself, really developing a strong self-worth, self-value, self-love, all of those sorts of Tauran things, and really clearing out your body to so that you can become a high vibrational human. And I always say this, so when you do the work to clear out your energy body and energy field, you really only have to do that deep grunt work once. And then after that, it's really just maintenance. And so this then just gets like abundance, security, stability, support, just then gets to be your foundational frequency, like moving forward for the rest of your life. And then as a result of doing this work, your intuition will turn on and your gifts will come on. And so then that's really just like the biggest reward of them all, is like all of the gifts and all of the abundance and all of the intuition stuff that starts to turn on as a result of you clearing out your energy field. And that just gets to be a fun game, right? And then the universe just gets to, you get to play with the universe, really just always have spirit in your back pocket and really just always be connected and guided because you trust yourself and you trust your channel. And that's when life gets to be really fun. So this is the work that we're doing inside of the feminine frequency. I have had such an up level and transformation to even be able to hold space for this container. It's been really, really profound. So I have so much energy, so much code, so much love and really just focus that I'm going to be pouring into this container, because I want the women inside of this to be completely unrecognizable in like 1 month's time. And don't think that you can't have a massive transformation in a month. You absolutely can. I can't even like remember a month ago, like the person that I was a month ago, like who the fuck is that? I've gone through like literally like so many gifts have been turning on for me in the last month. I've literally shape-shifted, like again, I've shifted my DNA in the last month, right? Like it's crazy what can happen and transpire in a month, but really we're doing this in 6 weeks, and I'm there for you every step of the way. We have got Telegram support. We've got action steps. We've got homework. We have 70 Ahai energy healing, which is transformative and profound and so powerful in of itself. And it's going to really activate you to really become this next level version of yourself. So if you're looking for like a guidepost of like how to become the woman of your dreams and really like not sure where to start, or you're wanting to just feel better within yourself and really just connect deeper to yourself and really just come from a place of groundedness and safety and security within yourself, and more love, more centered. This is exactly what I wish I had when I first started my journey 7 7 years ago would have made it a lot easier. But this has been really my work the last 7 years, and I'm pouring it all into this container. So I'm so excited to hold space for the transformation and really guide the women inside step by step through this deep transformative process. And of course, it will just be all made more easy and effective with the energy healing. Jack's energy healings have transformed my life, and really was kind of like the missing ingredient for me to really finish the full head to toe glow up and transformation. So I can't wait to share her with you and her magic and her power. She's so powerful. So many of my intuitive gifts have turned on just being in her energy field. So it's really just going to be a jam-packed like 6 weeks. So if you're interested, today is the last day for pre-sale. You also have an option for a one-on-one VIP upgrade with me, which basically includes 6 one-on-one sessions throughout the duration of the container. That's going to be really epic if you want customized direction and support through that. And really, you're going to literally enter summer as a different human. So I can't wait to see the transformations and the glow ups inside and just be totally unrecognizable to yourself. You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. You're going to be more grounded, more confident, more secure in who you are, what you're here to do, more authentic and in your truth and in your expression, and with your intuitive gifts turned on. And so it's going to be really epic, and I can't wait to see the glow ups and the transformations inside. So yeah, if you are desiring that level of support, it's going to be intense, but it's going to be powerful, and you're going to be completely transfigured by the end. So sending you lots of love. Happy Monday, happy full moon. Definitely get inside, and you can message me, send me a DM if you're feeling the pull and if it's on your heart, because there's something in there for you. And I got you in navigating this like a boss. Bye guys.